y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex the Creative Llama. If you see that red live box above my head, that means I'm live. If you don't see it, you are just catching the replay. So make sure you put hashtag replay in the comments. We are going to be creating with the free gift of purchase, y'all, because if you didn't know, Chalk just released their fall autumn collection. And we're going to create with that tonight. Not with that, I'm sorry. Came out with all of that, but tonight they did a free gift with purchase. So if you purchase $50 or more on my website, you actually get this for free in your order. So we're actually going to create with this tonight in two different ways. I apologize. Facebook is being a little difficult right now. So just bear with me. We're going to do two different projects. And comment the word gift, G-I-F-T. That will get you the link to everything, but this will get added to your cart for free once you have $50 or more in your cart, okay? All right, let me pull up my comments. There we go. Thanks for bearing with me. Hello, y'all. I would have been on way earlier, but Facebook was giving me a run for my money today. So, hello. So this is the free gift of purchase, if you didn't know that. We're going to create with it, and we're going to do two different surfaces, and my cutouts for this project are 25% off until midnight. So we're going to stain this, but I need your help. Do we want to do, hold on. Do we want to do, we're going to pull out our favorites, walnut, which is a dark brown, or honey, American honey. Which one do y'all want to do there? While I start prepping my gloves. But what color? I'm leaning more towards the walnut. Hi, Martha. Hi, Barbara. But I will do whatever y'all want. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. I'm so glad. I had so much fun last night. The boxes were so fun. Honey, honey. Okay, we're saying American honey. Walnut. Let's do American honey because maybe... I'm thinking, let's do American honey. We know we love this one. All right. Hello. I need to close that better. Y'all, these gloves are way too big on me. Hi, Linda. So I am doing better, you know, protecting my pretty little manicure from, ooh, ruh-roh. This dried. That means I did not close it good enough. Oh no! This is gonna be a disaster. Hold on. This totally dried. Yikes. Hold on. We're gonna do a little stain surgery here. Get all this out. Well, I'm definitely glad I pulled out the gloves. Imagine if I did, that'd be all over my hands. Hi, Christina. All right, here we go. So we're using American Honey Gel Stain. I need to be better about closing that completely, clearly. Yay, you got your order, or you placed your order. Thank you so much, Miss Cheryl. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Lynn. All that was dried is wasted. Yeah, unfortunately. So, close them. I clearly did not do a great job. All right. Yeah, the American Honey was the way to go. I love this color so much. Oh, yay. I'm so glad you loved it. I know you weren't on, but I saw that you went back and you were able to see what you got. Yay. Y'all, I'm so excited. We are so close to being back within our turnaround time for cutouts. So I appreciate y'all being so patient with me. I think tomorrow will be the day that we get back and we are officially back in our 7-day business day turnaround time. So I appreciate y'all being so patient and so understanding. You know, doing this completely on my own and then being gone was way more than I thought it was. It was for Chalk product, Vicki. It was all Chalk. It was mystery bundles. So it was all Chalk stuff. And then I included, a lot of the bundles had like cutouts and stuff that I would post on my website anyways, but it was for chalk. And y'all sold me out, which was absolutely amazing. I didn't think that was going to happen. So thank y'all so much. I hope y'all had fun seeing all the stuff last night. I really enjoyed putting those bundles together and like figuring out fun cutouts for y'all. And like I said, I have to remember what I did for those. That way, when I go to actually craft with them, I'm like, we should do that. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm going to try to rip this off without getting stain on my hands. And then we're going to clean up our work mats with some baby wipes. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. You got some crafting to do now. Right? All right, close this up. You know, it'd probably be helpful if like this wasn't gunked up with all the stain. Imagine that, Alex. So make sure these are shut, because if not, it's gonna harden. Duh. Yes, I would. Oh, that's a great idea, Michelle. Yes, I would love that. If you got a chalk mystery bundle, please post your finished pieces in the VIP group. I would love to see that. All right, y'all. I think that's pretty on there airtight this time, so we'll see. Fingers crossed. All right, I'm gonna let this dry, air dry. We're gonna go over to the second surface. So we're doing the free gift with purchase 2 different ways, and I'm gonna totally be honest. I snagged these two ideas from a different designer. I saw those and I thought, how fun, okay? So we have the palette sign, and then I have another fun little surface for y'all in case you are a coffee gal. I have a large coffee cup. It's about 3.5 inches tall, and we're gonna paint this too. So this is what I was thinking. Let me know. I do, Robbie, you know what? I have one right here in this drawer. Right there in that drawer. So here's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm kind of going back and forth on the colors, okay? So I'm thinking of using a lagoon for the body of the coffee cup. Then we're gonna chalk the words in vanilla, and then obviously do our pumpkins in an orange color. And then maybe do the top part either up here in vanilla or gray. What do we think? Oh gosh, knocking stuff over. Or should we do the bottom part white and the top part blue? What do y'all think? It sure is, Michelle. I was trying not to make it ginormous, but I also needed it to fit the transfer. And I will be completely honest with you, this doesn't fit the entire transfer. It leaves off these 3 words down here. But it's okay. Hi, Corinna. What do y'all think? What color? Hi, Lori. What color should the body of our coffee cup be? Blue and vanilla up here? Or white? Oh, I'm getting mixed reviews here. I might have to use a acrylic paint for the white part. Hi, Haley, because I don't have enough vanilla. I mean, we could mix up some more. Blue on the bottom. I'm thinking let's do something a little bit different. Let's use the blue on the bottom, okay? And then we'll do like light buttermilk on top. Like this light color. And then we'll chalk, that's what we're gonna do. Decided. Alrighty. So this is the color Lagoon. I haven't even opened these, y'all. So if you don't like the color choice or the order in which I painted them, you can do it opposite, right? We could do brown on top. We're going to go lagoon on bottom. We're just going to go for it. Okay. That's pretty. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Who grabbed this color today? Did anybody go grab this? So if you comment the word gift, okay, the second link is the link to all the chalk stuff, including this color, okay? You can grab this color and all the other colors I'm going to show you here in a second over there on my website. I have it in a cart link for you, but you can add and subtract whatever you want from there. You don't have to purchase everything that's in that cart. But any order with $50 or more does get this. You got it in your mystery bundle. I had so much fun with those, y'all. It was a little stressful during the day, but then once we got live and going, it was helpful. Or it was so much fun. But it was really helpful to have Thomas helping me, because if not, I probably would have had to have my mom come over and help me, to be honest. Because that would have been a long live. We could do the new gray on top. Hi, Melinda. All right, let's get this dry. Let's see how it covers. We might have to do a second coat. Hi, Patricia. Let me see your comments. Blue, yay, like Dutch Bros. Yes, I have a beige cup with a floral. Ooh. Brown on top, blue on bottom. Yeah, but Haley, you have to get up and go to your job. I'm not gonna have you come over here. Shh. I won't say anything. It's between you and me. Hi, Chantal. Okay, this definitely needs a second coat, but I don't think it's completely dry yet. So, this shirt I did not make. No, ma'am. It is the color Lagoon, Miss Linda. The color Lagoon. Isn't it so pretty, Corinna? Oh no, Miss Dolores, I saw your update. Y'all stay safe. Uh-oh. I got a little blue above where I wanted it. You bought way too much. Miss Anita, I saw your order. You did good, girl. You got some good stuff. You got some good stuff. Hi, Tracy. Now, if you didn't check the broadcast channel, I would go check it, because before I went live, about an hour before I went live, I did post a picture of 4 items that are low quantity, which includes the big football round and the leaves and a leaves pattern. That's low quantity, and I'm not sure if it's restocking yet. So, if you wanted those, I would go grab those if you can. Or if you haven't placed an order yet, I would add those. The craft is, we are using the free gift with purchase today. So you get this with an order of $50 or more on the Chalk website. So you can't purchase that directly on the site by itself. You have to add $50 worth or more of product. And that will get you that item. They'll add it for free. You don't have to do anything. They'll just add it to your order. Okay. All right. So we're going to do a second coat on this because it did look a little splotchy. You know, and it could be the sponge brush that I'm using, but that's okay. The thing that you get. Are you selling the thing that you get with a $50 purchase? This? I'm not selling it. No, I'm going to use it. Awesome. Hi, Kathy. You ordered some stuff today, Laura? Yay. Yay, yay, yay. So we're using this transfer. Gotcha, Lynn. If you want to start with chalk and just try it out, I can send me a message. I can send you a little kit, or if you want a bigger project, There's a kits section on the website, and there's some tiny kits where you get a little bit of a bigger project, usually on a chalkboard, some paste and a squeegee and stuff. But this is the free transfer. So if you want, sorry, Lynn, if you want this transfer, then you would definitely need to order on the website to grab it, because I don't have any extra of those. All right. Ooh, y'all, that color is so pretty. She's gorgeous. All right, so here is the dilemma. What do we do on the top? White? Do we go ash, which is a dark gray? What do we do? Yeah, Haley, I gotta find stuff for you tomorrow. What do we do? Yes, Lagoon is a gorgeous fall color. A lot of people said that it's perfect for like summer, which I agree. But you see how dark it dries? It dries a lot darker. I mean, it's pretty spot on in the jar, but I think it dried a lot darker than what I expected. So we're trying to decide what color to do on top. While we're deciding that, gray, ooh, whitewash over it, that's a good idea. We're gonna paint this guy. So this is the cutout that fits on this transfer. I didn't do any of the wording or anything. I just did the cutout itself, okay? So we're gonna paint this in vanilla. They're being rude. Boom! Sorry. Does the interchangeable arch frame? Yes, Donna. Yes, ma'am. So I think I showed that on the live, on the live sale, that it does fit in there. Yes. Ooh, I got this a little too saturated. All right, so we're gonna paint this in vanilla. My mixture of vanilla. I forgot to order vanilla today, y'all. Whoops. I'll order it. I'll get it here in a second. So, also, y'all, I forgot to cut 2 of these. I only cut 1, so we're gonna have to decide which project it goes on, and then I'll have to go cut another one and glue it on there. All right, let me wipe this off. Yeah, he's being sassy, and now he's laying down. Nothing was barking back at him, but he needed to bark at everybody out there, whoever's out there. Vanilla, color ash, white, cream. I'm just looking at y'all's comments. All right. Oh my gosh. I got paste all over this. Boom. Dude. He's losing his mind, y'all. Hi, Shelly. Yay, Lorna. Thank you for being so patient with me. Yep, Tracy, that's exactly what I did in here. I've already made it. We concocted up our own vanilla because I didn't have one. We did that a couple weeks ago. Ooh, Lagoon, Marigold, and Vanilla would be pretty for pumpkins. Ooh, that's a good idea, Anita. Ooh, we could do, y'all want to do a Marigold pumpkin? Babe. Yeah. Can you do me a favor? Yeah. There should be a white package by the door, like a white bubble mailer. Okay. Will you grab it and bring it to me? I forgot. I got color of the month, and I haven't even shown y'all yet. You also need to grab that too before it's gone. Because once Marigold's sold out, it's not coming back more than likely. It's very rare that they restock color of the month. All right. There's vanilla. They're saying hello to you, Thomas. Maybe he'll come in front of the camera.
What's up, ladies?
He says, "What's up, ladies?" I don't know if y'all can hear him. You gonna open it for me?
I was gonna help you out. You don't have
That's so nice. You wanna come say hello?
to. No,
He's not gonna get in front of the camera.
not today.
No?
Not today.
Okay.
What are those new colors?
Well, this is the new color of the month.
Ooh.
It's called Marigold.
Very cool.
He says hello.
Hello, ladies.
You a little grumpy?
Me? No.
A little sleepy?
Yeah.
All right. So, he does. He just wants to talk to everybody, Dawn, but he's being rude. Like, hello, me, Mom is talking. All right. So I'm trying to figure out. I feel like I want to go ash. Okay, hear me out. I want to go ash on top. I want to take Tracy's idea. Go ash on top, which is this dark gray. Whitewash it with white. And then chalk this. Hi, Janice. What do we think? Or should we go vanilla? The only thing is I don't have a whole lot of vanilla left. I guess we could mix up some more. What do y'all think? Should we just go vanilla or go gray? All right, while we're figuring that out, let's pull this back out. So here was our first surface. Okay, we're not gonna glue because I only have one of these because my silly self only cut one of them. Didn't think, you know, Alex, you're doing 2 projects. So maybe we'll just chalk. That's what I'll do. I'll just chalk the pumpkins on that one. That's what we'll do. But both come with the pumpkins, okay? Vanilla, ash, ooh, tie. We're a tie. We're at a tie. So let's go ahead. Let's chalk on this one. Gray, 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 vanilla. Okay. Top vanilla, top vanilla. Ah! I don't know what to do. Okay, hold on, y'all. Now, where the heck is my fuzz cloth? Underneath this bucket. You know, because my craft room is so well organized. Hi, Marcy. All right, let's fuzz. We'll go ahead. This is what we're going to do. We're going to chalk the pumpkins, okay? And then I'll explain. I'm just over here talking out loud. Anybody else do that? Is the huge copy up service going? It is already on my website, Miss Janice. If you comment the word gift, it's the first link in the message. And they are 25% off. So the palette sign, the coffee sign, and then this by itself is all 25% off. But the palette sign comes with the pumpkins, and the coffee sign comes with the pumpkins. My silly self just only cut one of them. Okay, we're going to chalk this on here. Now, this one doesn't fit perfectly on here either. So do I want, I think I'm going to leave off now serving and the cider pie coffee and more. Now, the reason why I did that is because I didn't want these to be absolutely giant and like an odd shape or an odd size where it's like, well, where the heck am I going to put that, right? So that's why I didn't make them a little bit bigger. So I'm okay with a little bit hanging off, but I just want you to know if you get these surfaces, they're not going to fit the transfer completely. Something's going to have to be left off just a little bit, just so you know. Just full transparency. All right, there we go. I think that looks good. Now to get it centered, hold this up. That looks good. All right, we're going to push down. Hi, Alex. Oh, well, that is so sweet of you to help out. I love that. Alrighty, let's go in. Let's do. No. You'd be a bad boy, y'all. Naughty puppy. That's so nice of you. I love that. Alright. I don't know. I didn't pull anything for a bow. I was just going to keep these pretty simple, but you could totally add a bow. Alright. I think what I'm going to do, I'm thinking here, I think I'm going to do all the wording in vanilla. Just to keep it simple. We are going to have to mix up more vanilla here in a second. Alright. So we're going to go all vanilla. Okay. Now you could chalk the pumpkins on there, directly on there if you wanted to for an outline so you know exactly where to glue this, or you don't have to. I'm not going to just because I'm a little low on my vanilla paste that we made. So, well, I thought that was crooked. It might be crooked. If it's crooked, it's okay. It's just handmade with love. All right. Peel that up. Okay. So there is this. I don't know, Linda. That was, girl, I have no clue. Ooh, you could, ooh, that's a good idea. Hi, Yvette. I see what you're saying, Angie. All right. Wipe that off. No, because I still have it on my hands. Well, I go through so many. Anybody else go through baby wipes like crazy when they're crafting, or is it just me? Alrighty, here we go. I didn't wax. It's gonna be okay. So, let me pull this, put this on here. Just line it up ever so nicely. You can see through the transfer, so it makes it easier to kind of line it up. All right, so we're gonna use ivy. We're gonna use marmalade. Should we use marigold for one of the pumpkins? I can, Linda. I sure can. What surface did I use? This is a cutout, Miss Diane. It's the, well, these are the cutouts for the transfer. And then I'm doing two different projects. Not just me. Thank goodness. So we got marmalade. What do y'all think? Should we go marmalade and marigold, or should we do like marmalade and another orange? Or we could do like marmalade and mix a little brown with it. See? Not just me. What do we want to do? And I just got my hands dirty again. It's called ivy. Oh, for the stems. I didn't even think about that. I'll probably just use espresso. The stains, it's a palette sign. If you comment the word gift, Diane, if you comment that word, it's the first link in there. And it's the palette sign for pumpkin everything. Marigold, okay. So we're gonna use espresso, ivy, marigold. So this is the color of the month. So when you place an order of $75 or more, you unlock this color to be able to add it to your cart, okay? So when you do that, you'll also get this free transfer, okay? Alrighty, let's start with ivy. So the ivy is this green, this gorgeous green color. This is a new color. We're gonna go in and we're gonna paste and peel, okay? Ooh, you know what I'm thinking? It's fine. I don't know. Maybe I'm second guessing myself on this. I'll explain here in a second what I'm thinking. All right. There's that. Hi, Darlene. Ooh, that's a good idea. So I pasted. I'm going to pull this up. There's the green. It's a really pretty dark green. It is darker than Meadow, but it's not as like muted as Pesto. Okay, so then we're going to go in with Espresso. Okay, and I'm just trying to keep this where it's supposed to be. And we'll do this guy. Okay, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pull out my detail tool to get in those harder to reach areas. If you can, I highly suggest the multi-tool and the detail tool. But if you can only get one, I would suggest getting the multi-tool. That is the one that I go to first. And then the detail tool just has this smaller squeegee on the end to get into those harder to reach areas. Okay, so we're going to lift this. Looks good so far. We're going to push it back down. And so what that's doing, it's like we call it a paste and pull. So I pasted, I applied the color. I want to pull up the transfer while the paste is still wet. You don't want that paste to dry in the silk screen, because if it does, it's going to make your design look like splotchy, and we don't want that. Hi, Diane. Okay. Hi, Marcy. How are you, my friend? I saw that you said hello earlier. Can't remember if I said hello or not. Hi, Denise. All right, here we go. Let's do the whiter one in Marmalade. Y'all, this color is gorgeous. This is the perfect sunflower yellow. Okay, if you have not grabbed this, you need to, because this color is very pretty. Like, I kind of wish they would have brought this out as a fall color. Like, as part of, like, the chalk launch. Because this is gorgeous. Okay, so we're just going in, working our way around. And then after we're done with this transfer, we're going to clean it, and then we're going to use it again. I'm trying to decide. I think we're going to paint the coffee cup top white. I just think if I go ash, it's going to be too dark. I can't decide. But I'll open up ash and I'll show it to y'all too. Because I know it's kind of hard to tell what it looks like in the jar. Okay. So I'm just taking my time, trying to not get this marigold where I don't want it. You know, I probably should just pull out my detail tool. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna pick up all the extra. Wow, this color is really pretty, y'all. I know I keep saying it, but it really is pretty. All right, let's peel this up. Now, the line that's going across and the missing parts right here are supposed to be missing. It's distressed. Okay? No, they do not come in an ink, unfortunately. The ink colors are just espresso, so the dark brown is the new ink color, and then Shimmer Forest, which is the shimmer green. Those are the two ink colors. That'd be fabulous if these came in inks too. All right, now let's go in with Marmalade, which is this burnt orange. this is pretty too. Okay, now I probably should be using like a mini squeegee, but for some reason, I can't find any of mine. Imagine that. So we're just gonna use this tool. I got a little bit of that marigold in here, but that's okay. Okay. Pulling this all the way across. Trying to pick up the paste that's sitting on top of the transfer and move it around. You also don't want a bunch of paste sitting on top when you go to pull up your transfer because it can make it look fuzzy. Okay, and here we go. Look at that. Hi, Lynette, how are you? What do y'all think? Okay, do you like the marigold or the marmalade? Oh, that looks so good. Oh my gosh. I'm obsessed. Okay, I'm gonna close this stuff up really quickly so my pastes do not dry. Oh my gosh. Just stuck my big old thumb in there, y'all. Those colors are gorgeous. I've moved 3, girl, I feel you. Moving is the worst. And I lose things all the time. And I've been here for almost 3 years. Oh my gosh. Close. Oh no. No wonder. That was the wrong lid. This was my marigold lid. Hold on. I'm just going to clean it out. It's not the end of the world. I feel like I say that about everything. Thanks, Sandy. All right, let me just close this and we'll clean this. Okay. Let's clean our transfer really quickly so we can reuse it. Okay, so I'm using, this is bottled water that I have in here. Regular water will work just fine. And a board eraser. Okay, and we're gonna scrub. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a baby wipe to the top first and get off as much of that paste that's sitting on top. Okay, just so that's not sitting in the board eraser while I get it all over myself. And then we'll scrub the front. And we just are worried about that silk screen more than anything else. We want that to be nice and cleaned out. Okay. So I think for the lid of the coffee cup, I'm going to go like a vanilla color, but I'm not going to use my vanilla because I don't have a bunch left. So I need to order some. So, and yes, we mixed it, but I don't want to mix more. So we're just going to paint with some acrylic for that. Okay, so then we're going to take the back and we're going to scrub the back. I do not recommend using a baby wipe on the back of the transfers. It can break down the adhesiveness, but you can use like a Lysol wipe, a Clorox wipe for my understanding. But you know what? You do you. Do it at your own risk if you want to use it. All right, let's dry this off. Okay, getting all that water off of the back. I'm going to turn it over, wipe down the front. Okay, and here is our nice clean transfer. It's stained a little bit. There's still some paste left on top. That's okay. All right, I'm just going to put it on there roughly for right now. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm about to pull it off and do it again. So let's take this out and glue these down. Okay, so I'm going to use some Stick Fast. Ooh, that is way too much. That's just going to get everywhere. Okay, line this up and get it as straight as we can. Awesome. That is great. Okay. I'm going to turn this over. Now, you could totally paint like these different colors. You could add a pattern on top of these. So, here is project number 1. Okay. I want that to set up. Okay, so here's project number 1. Oh, I just threw out the little temper tantrum. So I'm not going to glue it, okay, because I only have one of those. Oh, that looks so good. And I don't want, I only have one. All right, so I'm going to use light buttermilk to paint the top part. I would prefer to use vanilla, but like I've been saying, I'm out. So we're going to make do with what we have. We're going to go in with our light buttermilk. This needs a little bit more. But what do y'all think of the palette sign? So I originally was just going to do the coffee cup, but then I thought not everybody loves coffee, and maybe other people want a different option of something for their pumpkin everything sign. So that's why I offered the palette sign. We're almost done, y'all. Love the colors together. Yeah. All right, question of the night. What are y'all having for dinner? What did y'all have? What are y'all eating? Tell me. Okay. We're going to go back over it. And, ooh. I don't drink coffee. Yeah. That's what I thought. If you're not a big coffee drinker or a tea drinker, or like if this isn't like your type style craft, that's why I did the palette sign. And it still may not be your jam, your style, but it was another option. All right, I'm gonna put that to the side. Over here, we're gonna paint this part. Chicken salad. Nothing today. Nothing to eat. Pizza rolls. Ooh, girl. Maria, you sound like me. Thomas went to the store today before he came over here, and he got there and he didn't have his wallet, so I don't know what we're doing for dinner. We'll probably just go get something at this point by the time I'm done. Ooh, Linda, I love me some meatloaf. I love meatloaf. I love my mom's meatloaf. Ooh, shish kebab, steak, crab cake. Ooh, Janice is eating good. Spaghetti. That's what we had last night. Hamburgers, Taco Bell. Oh, thank you, Lynette. I have to admit, these were not my original idea. I saw another designer do this, and I was like, I gotta do that too, because I thought y'all would love it. So, I can't take ownership. Fried catfish, homemade fries. Steak, sweet potato, onions, and cucumber and tomato with, ooh, wings. Marcy, do y'all make your own, or do y'all go somewhere and like order out? Smoked brisket. Ooh, honey lime chicken. Ooh, Janice. Thomas would be so jealous. He loves jalapeno poppers. He makes his own. Red beans and ooh, yum. If y'all stick out to the end, I'll drop a link in the comments for the cutouts if you're struggling to find them. All right, we're done with all the painting. I'm gonna close that up. I painted these with light buttermilk. Let's dry this set right here. Fruit Loops. A sandwich. A Sammy. You're eating a Sammy. But y'all, if you like these projects that I've been doing so far, hit the heart button for me. And share the video. Sharing helps me out tremendously. And just commenting and hitting the heart button helps me out so much. So, it's so time consuming, Miss Janice. But they're so good. And they're so expensive at HEB. Goodness. What is like $14 for 8 of them? They're ridiculously priced, but they're so good. All right, I'm gonna take a black marker, fried catfish sandwich with steak fries. Yum. Ooh. No, it's not. This is from, I got mine at Michael's, but you can also get them on Amazon. It's glass. So no, this one is not the chocolate one. I liked the chocolate, but it just got messy so fast. So I stopped using that one. I prefer this glass one because I can clean it. All right, we're just gonna leave it. All right, so here is project number 1. Okay, now remember, I only have one set of pumpkins, so we're gonna kind of just use our imagination when I hold up both. Okay, goes out and you have a pound of bacon that you have to do. Oh, there you go, Janice. So here is project. Oh my gosh. That's about right. Oh, y'all. Okay, there's project number 1. All right. I can't, that was funny. All right, I'm going to sand this down really quickly. I'm just going to sand the edges. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, y'all. It's never boring over here. I love this pumpkin one. Like, this is a great transfer. And I'm so sad it's only a gift with purchase. Imagine, all the things I could do with this transfer. Thanks. I don't take myself seriously on here, y'all. I laugh at myself. We have a good time. Nothing is too serious. I try to be relatable and show y'all that it's okay if you mess up or things fall off. Okay. Yeah, that was a good choice. Look at that. You think the marigold would look pretty with the lagoon? I agree. So, let's look. Oh my gosh. So, okay, I love that. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. That looks so good. That is going to look so good on that lagoon. I agree with you, Miss Diane. Where's my wax? Right here. Well, good. I'm glad I can make her laugh too. Very real. Yes, ma'am. It is Lagoon, Shelly. It's the new chalk color. All right, I am going to wax this. All right. I think for every $50 you spend, you should get a free one. My card has like 3. Yeah. Now you can. So Janice, you could do like 3 separate orders, but then you pay the shipping every single time. But I get what you're saying. I totally understand. Well, what the heck, Alex Dawson? I thought I lost the transfer. It's right here. No. Y'all are fine. Laugh at me, laugh, you know, y'all are, yeah, you're laughing with me. If you laugh at me, it's okay too. It's been a while, Miss Robbie. It's been a while since that's happened. I'm sure now that you said it, it's going to happen at some point. All right, we're going to fuzz this really well. And what I'm going to do is I am going to chalk the pumpkins directly on there. But I think it's going to look better with the cutout, but we'll put the cutout over it. But if you get the coffee cup or the palette sign, it will come with this cutout. I just didn't think, and I only cut out one of them. So we'll glue it on to our more favorite one. I know, Kimmy. I know. You should have gotten, technically if you spent $200, you should have gotten 4. That's before tax and shipping. Should have got, oh, there you go. Yeah, you should have gotten 2. Wouldn't that have been nice? No. It's just 1. Unfortunately. Okay, so this one will fit the now serving. So I'm going to bring this down. So like I told y'all, the cutouts itself are a little bit smaller than, you know what? This is going to look funny because it needs to be centered on the cup and the ivy is going to hang off. Are the cutouts on my website? Yes. I will drop a link here in just a second. And they're 25% off until midnight. So I'm not going to chalk the pumpkins on here. I changed my mind. And I'll show you why. No, Tracy. No. They were just saying that would be nice if that was the rule. It's just if you spend $50, you get a minimum of $50, you get 1 transfer. So if you spend $400, you just get 1 free transfer. No, they were just saying it would be nice to get, I think it'd be nice to get more than 1. Like for every $50 you spend, you get a free transfer. That's what they're saying. And if I'm misunderstanding, then you'll correct me. Okay. That's still not straight. That's going to drive me nuts. So I'm using the Fresh and Ready as kind of my guide for the bottom. And to get it straight. So I'm not worried about where the pumpkins are going to go because I'm not going to chalk the pumpkins on there like I originally said. Because I'll show you in just 1 second. Okay, so if I were to go chalk the pumpkins on here, it's going to look off-centered because of this ivy that's hanging right on the edge. But with the cutout, you kind of have the luxury to kind of move it around to make it to where the pumpkins will be centered on the cup itself rather than using the transfer. Does that make sense? It's centered, but the pumpkins are going to look off. So that's why I decided I'm not going to chalk the pumpkins on there. Does that make sense? Or am I just speaking gibberish? I mean, that's a possibility too. All right, so I'm going to go in with my vanilla once again. We're going to do the wording. And then we'll glue the lid or the brim on. And then we will figure out which ones we want to put the pumpkins on. And then we will call it an evening. Because we've been on here, it seems like forever. Gotcha. Okay. Well, you still could get which ones if you play. Yes, exactly, Yona. You would just have to place 4, like, another separate order. Right? So, like, I placed a $50 order today. If I wanted another transfer, another pumpkin transfer, I would go on and place another order. It would have to be separate orders. Make sense? All right. Getting this on here. Alrighty. We're going to lift this off. That still does not look straight to me. that's straight, right? Lift it up a little bit right there. We'll fill it in. All right, let me put that there. Yeah, the paste dried a little bit. Okay, put this here. We're gonna close this up. It looks good. I thought the pea looked a little funny.